I think today I'm going to make some carrot cake. I'm going to make it for my son's lunch. So, I have my Joy of Cooking. Oops. Things come crashing down around here. Joy of Cooking, best cookbook ever. In here, there's a carrot cake recipe. It's oil cake. We'll look up cake. It is 6:15 a.m. Cake. Carrot. It's not under that. Okay, we'll look up carrot. It won't be under that either. I think it'll be under cakes quick. But wait. Don't run and check. Oil. Aha. Cakes, oil, carrot. $6.84. Indexes are so nice, aren't they? Someone went to a lot of trouble to make this index. This was before computer times. $6.84. Aha. Carrot, oil, cake. Okay, so we need to start. Have all ingredients about 70 degrees. Preheat the oven to 325. I can do that. I can do difficult things. Even though it's not difficult. Hey, Abraham! Where's your Under Armour? Your Under Armour. Is it dry? I have your jersey here, which is clean, but I don't know about your Under Armour. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to sift before measuring. 1 cup of flour. Really? We're not. We don't do things like that. That's really time consuming. And I think it's so pointless. So pointless. But the thing that is not pointless is finding a place to work. Perhaps over here would be the best idea yet. Good morning, dear.
Hello.
Have a good day. Enjoy your drive. I guess you have to come over here a little closer now. Come a little closer now. Isn't that a song? Gotta get your cord up here so you don't fall down. Okay, we're still together. Okay, we're gonna make a big batch. Use all our containers. Bye, dear. Sorry about that. Leaving you here to check out the mess all by yourself. Okay, so we will now open up all these containers. Okay, so we will begin by taking it says mix together and add to the flour. Okay, so we're going to want the flour in first. So we get 1 cup of flour for each of these bowls. Yes. And if you're into sifting, you can sift them all. And if you're not into sifting, you can do the dip level pour. 1. Dip level pour method is pretty good. Or you can shake up your flour in the bag a little bit before you measure it. I find it doesn't take that much longer to do a lot of them than to just do one. And if you do a lot of them, then they're in the freezer for the next time someone happens to be hungry, because you know what's going to happen, don't you? No matter how much you feed them, they're going to be hungry again. Okay, a teaspoon of baking soda in each one. Baking soda. I just used all the baking soda in the cat litter box. But we have more up here in the baking soda storage section. That's beef soup base. And this is other kind of soup base. I'm sorry to leave you over there over yourself. And what is this? This is cream soup base. Got lots of soup bases over here. Okay, let's see what we got here. This is cornstarch. What's in this one? Long grain rice. You're kidding. Did I really use up all the baking soda in the cat litter box? How could I do that? That was so unforesighted of me. That one's salt. Black eyed peas. What have I done? What have I done? Well, let's see. Baking soda and baking powder. I'm just going to use the baking powder then. Teaspoon of baking powder in each one. So I'll substitute baking powder for the baking soda. Good morning. Sleep well?
Sure. Where's the cup?
Cup. They would be in the cupboard. It's a half a tablespoon. I'm making carrot cake for you for lunch.
Thanks.
Welcome. Baking powder usually doesn't clump up. That's what you find happens with I'm not using two complete. That's what happens with baking soda. Okay, I guess I gotta get a knife and stab it. Okay, this is part 2 of making these things. Carrot cake. Now really you don't need to have part 2. You could just do this all in a part 1. If you were really good about turning your camera on and off and editing them together. But me and editing don't go together anymore. I've been that route. Do you know how long it takes to convert these files? It slows my whole computer down for a long time. Then I have to go through and... Well, also, my program went missing too. I think I had to redo my system or something. Okay, so now we're going to put our cinnamon in each of these. You don't have to measure perfectly with cinnamon. Cinnamon's very forgiving. Okay, so we got our cinnamon in there. And now we have to have half a teaspoon of salt. Now you might not want to have a teaspoon of salt. You might be one of those anti-salt people. Because you know how it is with salt. It may make it taste good, but it's not good for you. So I'll put it in. 1, 2. Now I don't know why I'm making 1 batch in each of these containers. I really could be making 2 batches in each of these containers because they're big enough. But that would mean I would have to go back and add all that same stuff again. Should we do it? 6:29. I'm not going to have any of this ready for when he goes to school. So I'll get his sausages out of the freezer for him. That's the nice thing about having a freezer. Is you've always got stuff on hand. Now, of course, I'll have to wash my hands because these are pork sausages. And although nobody has had trichinosis in a million years, you have to wash your hands afterwards. Trichinosis is what you get from uncooked pork. If it's true that you still do that. And it can't be that there's never any around because people all wash their hands, because I don't think everybody washes their hands perfectly. I don't think so. Hello, kitty cat. Meow kitty darling. Would you like to go outside? Would you like to go out and begin your day hunting all those little creatures? Oh, you chase them. Go get them, kitty. Little Sunshine was out there ready to pounce. Da-dum, da-dum. Okay. So now we've got 1 of those in each of these. Now what's the next thing? Mix together and add to the flour. Ah, you do have to mix them together. Darn it. Okay, 2/3 of a cup of vegetable oil. Okay, so we'll use this thing. And we will put in here 2/3 of a cup of vegetable oil. And luckily they make these handy dandy little things that say 2/3. They also make them that say 3/4. Don't get confused. Okay, so that's a 2/3. And what else do I need in there? A cup of sugar and 2 beaten eggs. This is going to take longer than making just 1 batch. Muffins will be quick. How much? 1 cup of sugar? Where's my handy dandy 1 cup measuring cup thing? I got it. Okay, so we'll get over here. You can't see anything but me. That's okay. I'm so vain. You're so vain. You probably think the song is about you. Don't you? Don't you? Well, da, 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 da. Okay, so now we go 2 beaten eggs. Walking up onto a yacht. Where you should be all the time. When you're not, you're with some other man. That's not a good song. I'm not singing that song anymore. Okay. So we're gonna stir this around with our pork. You can't even see. Ha ha ha! I stirred it without you seeing. Uh-oh, and now we can't add it to this until we've mixed them around thoroughly. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 eggs. I've got 3 dozen. So let's double the whole thing, okay, shall we? Because this is going to make 1 8-inch square pan. I got some pans. I'll show you the pans I got. Ta-da! They're not 8-inch square. There's 5 of them in here. I figured these are small enough that I can put them away in the freezer, and then when he wants one, he can just eat it. Because he eats everything in sight. Okay, so we'll put it in our pan here. Can you do that? When you cook at home, do you always make that sound? Okay, and we will redo this again for the next one. 2/3 and 1 cup of sugar. La 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 la. Oops, can't sing that song anymore. Now I got it in my head. I gotta get a new song in my head. You got a song I should put in my head? Oh, I know a nice song. I have a really pretty song I like. It goes, I like to look for rainbows whenever there is rain, and ponder on the beauty of earth made clean again. I want my life to be as clean as earth right after rain. I want to be the best I can and live with God again. I know when I am baptized, my sins are washed away, and I can be forgiven each and every day. I want my life to be as clean as earth right after rain. I want to be the best I can and live with, you can't see anything I'm doing, can you? And live with God again. Well, I'm taking 2/3 of a cup, of oil, and I'm adding to it 1 cup of sugar and 2 eggs. And then I'm stirring it up with the pork. I like to look for rainbows whenever there is rain, and ponder on, this is sifting, I'm sifting it all together. Sift, sift, sift. Make sure you don't have any little pieces of unblended up stuff in there. And ponder on the beauty of earth made clean again. I want my life to be as clean as earth right after rain. I want to be the best I can and live with God again. I know when I am baptized. Okay, well this is part 3 of playing around in the